Hello viewers, you are highly welcome into this tutorial. We are going to be solving this beautiful problem here. This is algebra problem. Please kindly share, like content if you enjoy this. So we are going to have this. I'm going to rewrite this as x to the power of 3, then plus x to the power of 2, and I'm going to transpose the 36 to the left hand side. I'm going to be having this. So now I'm going to have this to be x to the power of 3, x to the power of 3, okay, plus x squared. Now here we have minus 36. So I want to be writing or splitting this 36 into two numbers, so whereby we are going to express the two numbers in terms of power 3 and power 2, and that's going to be 27 minus what, minus 9, because you can see that this 27 can be written as 3 to the power of 3, and this 9 also can be written as what, 3 to the power of 2. Can you see that? So, and the powers, we can see the power we are trying to look for. So that's what I'm looking for. So therefore, and you see that minus 27 minus 9, so that will definitely give us this minus 36, and that is what we are doing. So x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2, then I'm going to rewrite this as 3 to the power of 3 minus 3 to the power of 2 equals what, equals 0. So from there, so I'm going to take the bases with the same powers and try to group them. So I have x to the power of 3, then minus 3 to the power of 3, then plus x squared minus 3 to the power of 2, then equals 0. Are you following? So the next thing we are going to do is that, so now we can see that x to the power of 3 minus 3 to the power of 3, and I have this. So I want you to recall that, so if we have x squared minus 3 squared, which is difference of 2 squared, this can be x minus, or let me use a and what, and b, so that it will be general. So I have a minus b, then it's going to be a plus b. That is difference of two squares. So if you have difference of two cubes, like a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, you know that this is going to be a minus b, then into bracket. Now we're going to square this one, square it, okay, then plus, now multiply this and this together, we have ab, then plus what, plus b square. You square this. So therefore, so for this difference of two cubes, this is what we're going to have. So now we are going to apply this. So from here now, from here we are going to have, this is going to be, in terms of this, is going to a minus b, sorry, we are not going to use a and b again, x and 3 now, x, okay, minus 3, then we have x squared, then we have plus x times 3, we're going to have 3x, then square this 3, we have 9, okay, then for this one here, plus, we're going to have this one like this, that is difference of 2 squared, this is going to be x minus 3, then x plus 3, then everything equals 0. So now from there, the next thing we are going to do, so now when you look at this expression, you can see that we have something common. So we can see we have x minus 3 common, so we're going to factorize x minus 3 out. So now if I divide x minus 3, or I divide this by x minus 3, you can see that I'm going to be left with this, that is x squared plus 3x plus 9. Then coming down here, if I divide this by this, I'm going to be left with x plus 3, we have plus x plus 3, then everything equals 0. So now from there we have x minus 3. Then try to simplify this. So we're going to have x squared 3x plus x, that will give us 4x, then plus 3 plus this, we're going to have plus 9 plus 3, we're going to have plus 12, then equals 0. So now from there you can see that we have what? We have the 0 form equation, so whereby we have x minus 3 to be either equals to 0, or we have x squared plus 4x plus 12 equals what? Equals 0. Are you following? So now from there, so we're going to have x to be equals, we transpose this 3 to the other side, we're going to have x equals 3, so which is the first solution. So let's call this x1 to be 3. So from there, so now to get the other solutions, we're going to solve this one completely. So from there we're going to see the other solution. So let's see what we can do from there. So now here we can see that we cannot solve this one, we cannot use this by factorization, so we're going to use quadratic formula. So we have this to be a is 1, which is the coefficient of x squared here. We have a to be b, which is 4, and we have c to be the constant, which is 12. So let me write out the a and b. We have a to be 1, we have b to be 4, and we have c to be 12. So that is the constant. So now from there we have x we are looking for. Then don't forget the quadratic formula state that minus b plus or minus, we have b squared minus 4ac, okay, all divided by 2a. So we have x to be equals, so minus the b is 4 plus or minus then the square root of, we have b squared, which is 4 squared minus 4, then times a is 1, c is 12, okay, then divided by 2a, that is 2 times 1, we have 2. So here we have x equals minus 4 plus or minus then the square root of this 4 square is 16 minus 4 times 12, we're going to have 48, then divided by what? Divided by this. So now we are going to have this to be, x is going to be minus 4 plus or minus, and this is going to be minus 32, then divided by what? Divided by 2. So I have x equals here minus 4 plus or minus, so this can be splitted as having root of minus 1 multiplied by root of 16 multiplied by 2, because 16 multiplied by 2 will give us 32, divided by 2. So we have x to be equals, we have minus 4 plus or minus, then the square root of minus 1 is I, then we have the square root of 16 to be what? To be 4, then we are going to be left the 2 inside the radical sign, then divided by 2. So here we have x to be equals, so now here according to what we have here, so we can see that here we have 4, we have 4 here, we have 2 here, so we can actually have it like this by factorizing 2 outside. Minus 2 will be outside, then I'm going to be having 2, then plus or minus, so 2 here, root 2, don't forget the I, then divided by 2. So now from here you can see that this, we cancel this, we have x, so x equals what? X equals minus into bracket 2 plus or minus I2 root 2, and that is the solution. So as we can see, we have this because we have plus or minus here, so this is like x2 x2 and x3. x2 comma x3 equals what? Equals minus into brackets 2 plus or minus I2 root 2. I2 root 2. And that is the solution, right? So if you are enjoying the class, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. So also don't forget that the first one we got is x1 equals 3. So we have x1 equals 3, x2 and x3 are this, and that's the end. Thank you. Bye bye.